Hi guys, welcome to another shoot with Rakiobo the Magic Maker. So in this particular video, I'm going to be showing you or you'll be learning ways to shoot handheld. There are times that you want to be doing some low budget shoots or maybe the high paying jobs have not arrived yet. So there may be need for you to minimize the expenses that you'll be making. But then you know that you can actually not do without a camera in your shoot. It doesn't make any sense. So now how do you actually do a mega shoot handheld? Because it's going to shake. You literally need a gimbal, you need a lot of gears, and I can't go on and on listing. But then let's start with the most important thing. If you're going for any shoot, it's very important that the lens you are using have the lowest aperture. So let's say your kit lens usually, like for the Sony A6400 that is here, f-stop 3.5 to 5.6, then the range is 16mm to 50mm, that is it. But then because it is 3.5, the aperture opening is not really good. So now if you want to get the maximum from whatever it is you are doing, you have to ensure that the aperture is the lowest possible. Like in today's shoot now, I didn't actually go with a speed light and I was taking pictures, but then the place we were using was a bit very dim. That is actually when you know that going with a lens that has the lowest aperture as possible is very essential. So I was still able to actually escape the whole thing and I'm still going to get the job done. And after this particular video, I'm going to show you the pictures and you actually see that it is very good. Okay, but another thing is I noticed that this actually comes with its light itself. So if you are using this kind of lens, this is a 20mm lens, the f-stop is 1.4, that's the lowest. Very good. So now the thing is, if you take a picture with this, it is not good enough, but then it is better with the kit lens because this is not going to be obstructing. So that is why it is very important that whichever lens it is you are using, or if you are going for any shoot, always ensure that the lens you have is at the lowest as possible, 1.4, 1.6, 1.8, very magnificent. Okay, we're getting down to the main shoot for today, which is how to get steady shots handheld. Okay, coincidentally I bumped into Shimilori, or she actually bumped. I didn't plan anything. We did not actually plan anything. The thing is, we did this video I think September last year. So now I'm about to shoot the video again, but then I've been looking for the girl to use and she just came just like that. So miracles happen in different ways. She came and it's good to come anyway. Now back to the main video. She's going to be, where is she? Bia, stay here. Now Shimilori is going to be my model in this video, the same thing as the last video. And I'm going to also drop a link that you can watch the previous video on. Hopefully we do a better job today since I'm a bit more experienced. Okay, so let's get started. Now the series of moves we are starting with is the slider shot. So I'm going to need Shimilori to stay here. First, you want to ensure that you have a good grip with your camera. Now this good grip is going to help me stabilize the shots a little to some extent. So you want to also hold your camera like this. Now I'm using a manual lens, so I have to also ensure that she is in focus. So since it is like this, I know that my hand is going to be steady. I'll try my best to be steady. When you're shooting handheld, don't be afraid to do post-production stabilization. But when you're shooting on 4K, shoot on 60 frames. You can shoot on 24 FPS, but then I'll just advise you shoot on 60 frames so that if you are going to be adding stabilization, it is actually going to work very well. Now for the slider shot, the whole gege is on this your knee. Okay, so you have to ensure that you are flexible like Spider-Man. Sure you get. I am good like this. My f-stop is on 8. I am good. 1/25 shutter speed, ISO 800. Focus, tap the screen. Okay, 6 is in focus, but it is off. Why? Steady shot is not supported with this particular lens. So I believe this is because I want to believe that this is because I'm using a manual lens. So if I was using something like the kit lens that comes with it, the steady shot is going to be activated. Okay, so what I want to do is I'm going to have it strapped to my neck like this so that it is going to be as steady as possible. Now I am recording, and as I'm recording, I am stretching this so that it is very tight. Then for the slider shots, if I am starting off like this, I move like this to the other end like this. So it is very subtle, but it can be very effective depending on what you are doing. So you can actually see that I'm moving now from the edge of the frame this way, then I am moving to the other way. You can see that. So that is the first one for your slider shots. For the next move, what we want to do is a whip pan. So I'm going to start with legend. Now for the shutter speed, this is what we're going to do. We're going to adjust it to like 1/80 so that we get that motion blur. When I record now with legend there, okay, the blurriness is actually more than it was before. So what we're going to do is from here, I want legend to be in 2 locations, so I can just even use it to transition into Shimilori. So from here, the first thing I'm going to do is just whip legend out of the frame. Now for the second shot, I'm just going to have Shimilori here, and I'm going to whip pan into Shimilori. So from here particularly, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to whip into Shimilori. Whip into Shimilori, that's if I want a close-up shot. So just do like this. push forward or pull backward. Okay, so for the push forward or pull backward, my subject is going to be here. Let me first change the shutter speed setting back to 1/125. I'm going to extend my arm like this, and I'm going to move like this. I'm going to move like this, just to sort of like absorb the shock. Okay? Like that, like that, like that. And I hope my subject is in focus. Yeah, she's in focus. My subject like this. Then I pull backward, I pull backward, I pull backward, just like that. Now, what we are going to be doing here is the side movement. Okay, as for the side movement, now walk a little. So my subject is going to, is that how you want to be walking? I just want you to walk straight like that, 180 degrees. 180, is that your 180? Like this, your cardinal point. This is your north. I want you to walk northwards. Okay? Let me take my position first. So this is how I'm going to be doing my movement like this, so that I can walk easily. So now let's go. Slowly, slowly. Walk, walk, walk. Let's see. So for the Naija Spin, what we're going to do is we're going to have our camera like this. So now for the Naija Spin, if you see, this is how I'm holding my camera like this. I'm supporting it like this to ensure that there is enough tension on the rope. Okay, what I'm going to do is I'm going to start off like this. So basically my leg is going to be like this, then I lean in. So that's like for the spin. Okay, so I'm going to be like this first, then I pushing like that. The next thing we are going to be doing is the pushing to focus. So there are various ways to go about it. What I'm going to do is I'm going to wind this, I'm going to spin this to ensure that I get a blurry frame. So once I get a blurry frame, I'm pushing into focus. I can start off like this, then winding. Yeah, okay, then winding. So push into focus. So I'm going to do it again from this range. I'm going to blur my frame. Okay, then I'm going to push into focus until legend this focus. Okay, the way to rig it in editing is, if you take a normal shot, what you can just do is you add your blur effect, then you keyframe it. So in the beginning you can make it very blur, then as you keyframe you take the blur down to 0. That's fine. So now for the object tracking, what's going to happen is she's going to go from a pocket like this. So my camera is going to be on the phone, then as she takes it up and she puts it on her ear, I have to actually move with her. Okay, so that's what she's going to do for me. You remember, Abby? Yeah. Alright, so from what you can see, my frame is very blurry. I did that intentionally. So my hand is going to be like this to ensure that when I twist, I can twist completely, so when my subject is in focus. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to stretch this, then I'm going to, are you ready? Your phone? 1, 2, 3, put to your pocket, pick up the phone, actually object tracking, and that is how you shoot. And okay. Okay, so now for a proper action, I actually do not know if this video is going to be perfect. I don't lie to you, I don't know if this video is going to be perfect, but then irrespective of what it is, I'm going to just put it like that. So what we're going to be doing is we're going to be learning from doing a lot, from shooting tons of content. Okay, Big Daddy, sir. Alright, so that is how you shoot handheld. Basically it is very expensive, but then it is possible. Okay, then if you want to take it up a notch, you can actually have a tripod, and you can use a tripod, but then it is going to be more work because you are going to be holding the tripod like this and you are going to have to be moving. So it's either you are gymming with your left hand or the whole of your body is gymming. Okay, so don't forget the strap, very, very essential. Then your grip have to be tight, like there needs to be tension in the string or in the rope, and after that you stretch it out and just do your thing. Okay, remember you have to switch on steady shots here, so ensure that the lens you are using, steady shots, is activated. Okay, so steady shots here stabilize the footage, and just post it like that. So I'll see you guys in my next video. Thank you. We have Flash there, my number one guy, and we have Flyer. Thank you, Tola, for the BTS. We have Valentino here, Valentina rather. We have my number one guy for the team. We have Omotola, and we have our pastor. We have Daddy Zoro, my guy. I have Omotola. Omotola has been doing shady stuff behind my back, but we'll talk about it off set. How are you, Tola? It's good to see you. It's more nice. I sabi your face now. Okay, so I said she's not random. I never said she's random. I said I did not plan that she was going to be here, but I just bumped into her. Do you get? Because she was the one I used in that video, so I defined babe.
Why you come plan and say, how you from?
You talk about this, you did not.
Now, you know the plan.
Baba, sit down. Man, she really won't go meet man. No finish, I beg. Oh, yeah, leave them on me.